Good morning, children. Welcome to the online classes of Geography, Class 9, Mary Lucas School. I'm going to take your geography. I'm Miss Rashmi Singh of Mary Lucas School. Our next topic is rocks and rock cycle. Shall we open our page to rocks and rocks cycle? Page number 53. Rocks and rock cycle. Introduction. Our planet Earth consists of all the three main states of matter. Atmosphere is gaseous, hydrosphere is liquid, and lithosphere is solid state. Litho in Latin means rock or stone. Thus, lithosphere can even be called as rock sphere. Lithosphere forms the outer crust of the earth on which our continents and ocean basin rest. So children, shall I tell you, see this diagram which is in your books also? It is this part of the earth which we are living on. This is the crust part of the earth, the lithosphere on which we are. We have the ocean, the sea, the mountains, the plains, the plateau, the desert. Everything is on the crust of the earth. And this part is your mantle. The lower orange part and the mustard part, the yellow part is the inner part of the earth. In this cycle of this earth, you can see the crust is 0 to 100 kilometers thick. The outermost part is the mantle crust, and the inner yellow part is the mantle, and the inside part is called the inner core. The outer core is the gray part, and the inner white core is called the inner core. This is the section of the earth lithosphere. It is in your book, children. You can see it. Let's read. Continue on page 53. Difference between rocks and mineral. Rocks are not composed of a single element or a mineral. So rocks are single element or a mineral. It is often composed of mixtures of various elements or several minerals. So minerals are mixtures of various elements. Thus, a rock can be defined as the aggregate of mineral that forms a more or less definite unit of earth crust. So, the crust is made of elements and minerals. Thus, all earth mineral consist of rocks and minerals. So, earth is made up of rocks and mineral. By definition, a mineral has a definite chemical composition with its own chemical and physical properties. So, the rocks are having their own chemical and physical properties also. In generally has a crystalline form. It generally has a crystalline form. Silicate and quartz are the common example of mineral. So, there's a differentiate between rocks and minerals. Rocks are aggregates of mineral elements. Minerals are naturally occurring solid inorganic substance. Rocks are heterogeneous in their composition, and minerals are homogeneous in their composition. A rock has no definite chemical composition. Minerals have a definite chemical composition. On the basis of origin, rocks are igneous, sedimentary, igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. These are the rocks which we are going to study in this later in this chapter. Four chief mineral groups are silicate, carbonate, sulfide, or metallic minerals. In the minerals, these are the elements which are found in minerals: silicate, carbonate, sulfide, and metallic mineral. Other important types of rocks are basalt, granite, sandstone, slate, and quartz. These are the rocks in which we see the types, different types of rocks. Other important minerals are iron, silicon, and magnesium, nickel, calcium, potassium, etc. So the minerals which are found here are iron, silicon, magnesium, nickel, calcium and potassium. These are the minerals. Let's study. Next topic is types of rocks and their classification. The igneous rock, sedimentary rock and metamorphic rocks. Igneous rocks are also called primary rocks. Sedimentary rocks are called secondary rocks, and metamorphic rocks or secondary rocks, heat and pressure alternate rocks, marble and slate. Igneous rocks are divided into intrusive and extrusive, plutonic and hyperversal rocks. And sedimentary rocks are again divided into three parts: mechanically formed sandstone and columnate, originally formed coal, limestone and chalk, and chemically formed gypsum, rock and salt. Metamorphic rocks are marble and slate. We will study these rocks all in detail. Let's see the outer crust, page number 54, children. The outer crust of the earth where all the continents and ocean basin rest is called the lithosphere. Children, we have studied in this diagram, we are residing on the surface of the earth. So where is the lithosphere? This part is called the lithosphere, where all the ocean sea basin is. The continental part of the earth's crust are composed of three main types of rocks according to their origin: igneous, sedimentary and metamorphic. All these vary in their origin, occurrence, physical composition. We are going to study igneous rocks. Formation. Igneous rocks, also known as primary rocks, solidified from rock minerals in a hot molten state known as magma. Magma is a molten rock material consisting of liquid, gas and crystal. The two types of magma are basalt magma, which is very hot and highly fluid; silicate magma with a temperature of about 850 degrees Celsius and highly vivacious. Types of igneous rocks. Igneous rocks are classified on the basis of texture of grains, chemical composition and mode of origin. On the basis of silica present, the igneous rocks are classified as acidic igneous rocks. Acidic igneous rocks have more silica. Example, granite. Basic igneous rock. Basic igneous rocks have lower quantities of silica. Example, gabbro. On the basis of occurrence, igneous rocks are divided into intrusive and extrusive. Intrusive igneous rocks, magma that solidify below the earth's surface and remain surrounded by pre-existing rock, is called intrusive or igneous rocks. So children, when the volcanic eruption take place, the liquid which comes out from the earth is the lava, and it is in a liquid state, and when it comes out on the surface of the earth, it solidifies and it is pre-existing rock, is called intrusive rock. Magma solidified is called intrusive rocks, which is coming out and it solidified, it is pre-existing rock, is called intrusive rocks. See the diagram, children, over here. Formation of igneous rocks. See, magma is down, the Plutonic Rock is there, the main, and from the volcano which is coming out, the lava flows down to come from the crust of the earth, and it explodes and spreads across. Let's read the next part on page 55. On the basis of the depth and place of cooling, the intrusive igneous rocks are divided into plutonic. Just now we have studied the base part of where the lava, the magma is going to come out, is where the plutonic rock is. Plutonic rock. These rocks are the coarse grain size which results from their having been formed at the depth. It is at the bottom pit of the earth from where it is coming, and it is, children, in a form of grains, small tiny grains, where cooling and crystallizing, when it is cooled down, these crystals are, these small grains become into the form of a crystal, have occurred very slowly. For example, gabbro, granite and batholith. Batholith is the another form of rock which we see in Plutonic rocks. These are the three forms of Plutonic rock: gabbro, granite and batholith. Hyperversal rock. These small scale igneous intrusions such as sill and dike, these are formed due to the cooling and solidification of rising magma during volcanic activity in the cracked porcelain just beneath the earth's surface. These rocks also, hyperversal rocks also take place in the form, and when they are cooled and dried, they are called, they are intrusive, they are sill or dikes. The dikes are the liquid which is flowing, and they solidify when the rising of magma from the volcano take place, and they fill in the cracks of the volcano or the mountains and the earth surface. Apart from the above intrusive rock, igneous rocks, other intrusive rocks are batholith is a large mass of igneous rock, chiefly composed of granite, covering about 100 square kilometer area. Floors is not visible. So it is spreading. When this comes out from the earth, it spread across 100 square kilometer. Laterithic is a dome-like mass of igneous rock which arches the overlying sediments and has more or less flat fork. It is a dome shape. Dome, children, it is in this form. Dome shape. This is called flowing in this form. Yes, children. Dome shape. Sill is a sheet-like body of igneous rock. It is formed when magma forces its way between two layers of sedimentary rocks and cools and solidifies there. When sill comes out, it goes into the layers of the sedimentary rocks. The magma is going in between the layers of the sedimentary rocks, is called sills, and these are cooling down and filling in the gaps, and they solidify there. Dikes is a sheet-like body of intrusive igneous rocks. When magma is forced upward, when the magma is thrown upwards, it fills vertical cracks. Vertical cracks, see in the diagram, vertical cracks. When the volcano is erupting, it is coming down and the vertical cracks are made like this, and the volcano is erupting, it fills these cracks. The volcano comes down and cools, and it fills these cracks or feces in existing rock, and it hardens there to form dikes. Executive igneous rocks. Rocks formed by solidification of magma above the earth's surface are called excusative igneous rocks. These rocks include lava flows and volcanic ashes. Extrusive rocks are having ashes which is coming when it is cooling down, it forms ashes. These rocks are fine grained, where basalt, gabbro and obsidian are typical example of igneous rock. On the basis of nature of lava, extrusive igneous rocks have been divided into two types, explosive and quiet. The explosive type of extrusive igneous rocks are the results of volcanic material in which dust, ashes, etc. are deposited. In the quiet type, lava comes out quietly through the minor cracks and fissures. Cracks are in the sedimentary rocks when there is cracks in between, and fissures mean, children, a narrow opening or crack considered length and depth wise. Length, there is crack in the rock lengthwise and depthwise. There is lengthwise and depthwise. There is cracks in the rocks, and that the magma or the volcanic material go in, and when they are cooled down, it is like a ash or dust. Characteristics of igneous rock. These rocks are solidified from molten magma. They usually do not occur in distinct beds or strata. They are not fossils, ferruses. They are generally hard and water pre-locate in them with great difficulty. They are granular and crystalline. They are generally weathered by mechanical weathering. Most of the igneous rock consist of silicate. The valuable minerals like iron ore, gold, silver, zinc, lead, aluminium, manganese, mica, etc. are generally found in igneous rock. So children, till here we are finished with igneous rocks and rocks. What is it made of? Let's do a little recap. What is the difference between rocks and minerals? Rocks and minerals are composed of single element, are natural occurring, solid, inorganic substance, heterogeneous, homogeneous. Minerals are homogeneous. Rocks are heterogeneous. Rocks are no definite chemical composition. Mineral has a definite chemical composition. Rocks, origin, igneous, sedimentary and metamorphic. Minerals, four chief mineral groups are silicate, carbonate, sulfide and metallic minerals. Yes children, so we have come to the end of this part of the lesson. We will see in the next part of the video with sedimentary rocks and metamorphic rocks. Thank you children for cooperating. Please do watch the video and try to understand. Thank you children.